All right, welcome. So we have two people so far, so we'll get started shortly. I just want to see if anyone else joins us. Okay, so I'll just get started. Welcome. So this is our Uber 101 Connecticut webinar. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to go through the presentation I have for you guys, getting all the basic info that you need to get started with Uber, driving Uber in Connecticut. And then you guys, there you can see a chat box kind of to the lower right. And at the end, you can put in any questions you have, and I'll read them aloud and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. So first of all, well, thank you for joining us or joining me, and let's get started. So I'm going to be able to give you guys some tips for the road, how to get the best ratings, and ways to earn more money. These are important links that you want to take down or save if you haven't already. The first is the Connecticut homepage, which is uber.com/drive/Connecticut. And the second is your homepage. So you have a homepage as a partner, and it's partners.uber.com. So your homepage, you can find out things such as your payment statements, tax details when tax season comes around. You can check out your rewards as well. So those are two links to save. All right. So I'm going to go through some quick tips for the road for just getting started. So first off, you just want to, starting out, you want to start where you won't have to rely on the GPS as much. You'll also be able to point out a few, hotspots or landmarks in the area since you'll be more knowledgeable. We like to say that Sunday trips are a good day to start if you're just starting off, maybe a little hesitant to get out there. Sundays tend to be a little bit slower, more casual. People aren't in such a rush maybe to get to work or meet up with friends on Sundays. So try a Sunday trip if you're hesitant to get out there. Obviously, explore where you drop off. If you don't know the area, do a little exploring. Keep on the app. Maybe you can get a ride in that area. So be the driver you'd want yourself. So obviously you don't have to wear, a suit and tie, but obviously don't roll out of bed smelling or looking disheveled, and expect to provide a good experience for the rider. Let's see. Some of our top rider concerns are just starting that navigation on time, which is starting the trip on time. They're actually not charged until that trip is started. So you slide that green bar, and that's when they start paying. You can always ask for a preferred route, but GPS is there to guide you, to help as much as it can. But everyone knows the quickest way to their own house, so you can always ask them if they have a preferred route. Let's skip ahead. Just we like to say be a neat freak. Take a seat in the back seat of your car if you haven't, in a while, and take a look back there. Make sure you're providing a comfortable experience as well as a clean experience. Possibly you have kids and you didn't realize they spilled something, and then the back seat's dirty. We like to say get rid of the big bulbs. That's just distracted driving. Obviously, two hands on the wheel. No one wants to see one hand on something else. So those are our quick tips. So we do have a rating system, and the way the rating system works is you, as partners, have to rate the customer after every trip. So obviously, we only want good customers. We want to know, if they're poor, if they give you a bad experience, you can give them a 1 star, and you never have to pick them up again. It'll end any future pairings. Obviously, if they're nice and normal, you can give them the 5 stars. That's the highest. So it's optional for the customers to give you a rating, but 90% of our top guys get rated 90% of the time. and that's because people can't wait to give them a good rating. So just provide that good experience, and you'll have no problem, keeping high ratings. It will fluctuate the first 100 trips or so, but it'll level out. Obviously, it's just an average of your total. So our vehicle classes for Connecticut, we have UberX, which is in the top right. That's your typical four-door, 2002 or newer vehicle. 10 to 1 the most requested ride in Connecticut, actually in the country. If you do have an XL car, you'll be eligible to pick up XL rides. So you'll still be doing UberX. You'll stay busy UberX, but if an XL trip comes in, you'll be able to pick it up, and those will pay higher. You can also see we have premium options, where if you have a premium vehicle, which can be found on the Connecticut homepage, uber.com/drive/Connecticut, and you have a rating above 4.7 after 25 trips, you can also accept premium requests, which pay significantly higher. Cool. So when and how do you get paid? So you get paid direct deposit, and that's going to be weekly. So the work week is considered Monday through Monday. Everything you do Monday through Monday at 4 a.m. that Monday is direct deposited. You'll get a payment statement on Tuesday, and you'll get it Wednesday or Thursday, depending on your bank. So the pay structure is set up, it's a 75-25 split. So you're taking 75% of every fare that you do. And right now, currently in Connecticut, it is $1.75 base fare, $1.10 every mile, and 16 cents a minute. So that direct deposit is going to have to be a checking account. Okay, so I see we have some questions coming in, so I'm just going to get through this, and then I'm going to go through all the questions and answer one at a time. It's a quick presentation. Okay, so now that you guys are partners, you have other ways to earn, and the other ways to earn are referrals. So if you guys can access your app, if you can sign in, you can see in your earnings, you have an invites option, and in that invites option, you can share your referral code with potential other partners, other drivers. So you can actually go right through your contacts, through that earnings invites, and send out a message. In that message, there'll be a link to apply. If they apply with that link, you'll get $150 once they complete 50 trips. So there's another option to send it through an email, as well as you could share on social media. So that's a great way to get out your referral code. This is where you would put it if you're just going on uber.com to apply. It's obviously optional, but it has to be in there right when they apply in order to get paid out. We can't apply it retroactively. So we also want you guys to refer riders. So the way that works is if they use your code before they take a first trip with Uber, they'll get their first ride free, and you'll get automatically $5 into your account. And it doesn't matter who gives that ride. You can also order these cards online at t.uber.com/cards, and you can actually hand out these cards with a code on it for people that don't know about Uber, that don't use Uber, that should try it out and take a first free ride up to $20. Let's get that. So where do you get the most rides? So it's not only where, but it's when. So we have, really, really popular times would be the morning commutes, and that tends to be 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. On weekdays. And then we have the afternoon commute, which would be 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. on a weekday. And then tends to be busy Thursday nights, Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays. Just tends to be the weekend. People are going out. But as well as you want to look out for any events going on, any concerts, sporting events. We will send out messaging for that. Okay, so this is our surge. So surge is what happens when there's a higher demand of requests coming in than we have drivers in the area. So you'll see it on your map as orange to red. And the way the surge works, as you can see here, zoomed in on the right, is what the surge pricing is. So it's a 2.0 surge. We're multiplying that whole fare by the surge. And we have the riders actually accept that they're going to be paying that higher fare, so they are notified. So they'll never have to, come after you and say, I was overcharged. So if you ever find yourself getting a trip on a trip, that's perfectly fine. So the way we set it up is if there's a pickup close enough to our current drop-off, you can get pinged for that request. So you'll be on a current trip, you'll get a request, it'll show up top third of the screen. And what you want to do is you just want to ask your current customer if this is their final destination. It's possible that they're just picking up a friend and going somewhere else, so you always want to confirm. If it is their final destination, feel free to accept that new trip coming in. That way you'll have a trip waiting for you as soon as you drop off. So this is the way it will look. You're on that first trip, you end it, give them the rating, and then automatically there's a new trip waiting for you. We also have a new feature where you can set a destination twice a day up to 60 miles. And the way this works is if you set the destination, you only will get trips heading that way. So that doesn't guarantee you a trip, but if you're lucky enough to get one, you can be paid where you're trying to be. And, it'll not allow you to get trips, take you somewhere else if you're not trying to go that way. So very helpful. You guys can all access ad-free Pandora, which is right through, you go to account, settings, and music, and you just have to either sign into your Pandora account or create a Pandora account, but if you're going through our app, it's going to be ad-free, which is great for the customer experience. All right, so we also have a fuel card. So if you can complete 100 trips, you'll be eligible for the fuel card, which you can request on your homepage, partners.uber.com. And you'll have to activate it once you receive it, and then you can use it where MasterCard's accepted at gas stations, and you'll get up to 15 cents off every gallon. You won't see the rewards at the pump, but you can check out all of your savings, right? You can track the whole status right on the dashboard, partners.uber.com. So check that out. So not only do you get paid weekly direct deposit, but once you've been active for 2 weeks and you've completed 25 trips, you have the option to get instant pay. So we can get you a GoBank card. You can apply for that, which will be sent to you, or we can connect a debit card. And the way it works is if you have earnings, if you've gone out and you've earned that day, you can actually transfer those earnings right to a card up to 5 times daily. So very cool feature. Let's get that. So Uber Eats. So this is fairly new, but not only can you pick up and drop off customers, but you can pick up and drop off food if interested. So you can always send in a message or come see us at one of our green light hubs to get you started with Uber Eats. And the way it works is it's the same app, same kind of request, but it'll be a delivery request. The pickup will be at a restaurant. So you'll just confirm that you're picking up with Uber. You'll have the order number, pick it up, start the trip. It'll take you to the customer. It actually pays a little bit higher than a short Uber X ride. So you guys can find support 24/7 now that you guys are partners. So as I mentioned, we do have office hours at our green light hubs. That can be found at the Connecticut website. So typically, it's always going to be 11 to 4. Typically Stanford Monday, Wednesday, Friday, West Haven on Tuesday, and Hartford on Thursdays. But before you need to come to see us, if you have an issue with a trip, you could always send it right through the earnings trip history. So earnings trip history, find the trip that it was, and then go to the bottom, there's a help option. Then we have tons of options of help that we provide. Let us know what the issue was, whether it was you found an item, whether you think you weren't paid enough. Send in that message, and someone from Uber will go through and look at it for you, and hopefully we can get that fixed. If not, you can come see us. If it's just a general question or concern, just go to the account help and send in a message that way. All right. So some of our most popular Connecticut questions. Can you drive in other states? The answer to that is yes, you can. So you can drive it anywhere in Connecticut. You can pick up in Massachusetts, New Jersey, and Rhode Island as well. You can drop off anywhere. So that's very important to understand, that you can drop off anywhere, but you can only pick up in those 4 states. So you can pick up at airports, not in New York, but if you're ever at Tweed or Bradley, perfectly fine to pick up at airports. Just know that you're not a taxi. You can't park in the taxi lines, and you just have to be careful where you're parking. We can't pay any parking tickets. Hopefully you guys can all start driving tonight. Tonight's Friday night. It should be busy, especially that it's cold out. People are going to be Ubering all night long. So what if someone makes a mess in your car? So this is going to be going through that trip history. But what you first want to do is take 2 good photos of the mess, clearest photos you can get, and then obviously get it cleaned, keep the receipt, and then go through the help, trip history, help, send in that you need requesting a cleaning fee, and it'll ask you to do the photos, and it'll ask to share details in the receipt. So we can charge the customer that cleaning fee all the way up to $150. Knowing that you may have missed some time because of that mess. So, insurance. So we do have you covered. So once you're offline, obviously you're on your own insurance, and then when you go online with us, we want to know that you're listed on that insurance policy, because to us that tells us you're able to drive that car. As soon as you go online, we have you covered with $100,000 total. $25,000 property and $50,000 injury. And then when you accept a trip, even before you pick one up, it bumps up to that $1 million liability umbrella coverage. The difference between maybe this commercial policy and your policy is ours is a $1,000 deductible, so keep that in mind. So these are the ways to stay connected with us. The office hours are to the right. The Connecticut sites to the left. There's also help.uber.com, so that can be a good resource for you as well if any quick questions you need answered. But now I can kind of just open it up to any general questions, which you can now put in the chat. I'm actually going to go back and look at the original questions that I see one from Jabbar. So if a person wants to drive, how long does it take for them to get approved? So the only thing that takes some time is the background check. So you can just start the application. We take a photo of your license. We get the social, and then the background check starts. Background check takes about 7 days. As soon as the background check's clear, once we get your vehicle information, you'll be able to get online and start driving. So DMAX says he's been driving for 2 weeks on the platform, but not gotten instant pay yet. So I'm sure you've completed the 25 trips. So where you would find it would be at your dashboard, partners.uber.com. So check that out if you haven't yet. But if you're still not getting it, come see us on Monday. We'll be in Stamford or wherever is most convenient to you, and we'll get that figured out. Yes, this is recorded. You should be able to find it on our Google page. Should be just the same link, but yeah, we are recording this. It should be saved. I'm also going to put in a few links for you guys. And then just keep the questions coming in, and I'll read them out loud, and I'll answer them for you. So any questions, just put them in that chat box window. I'll read them out loud, and we'll get them answered for you. Okay, so can I drive a vehicle that's not in my name? You can, but you just need to be listed on the insurance. So the big thing is being listed on the insurance policy. If you can get added to that insurance policy and we see you on the documents, you're able to drive that vehicle. Just any questions, just throw them in the chat. We'll get them answered. So I don't know if some of you joined late. You can put any questions you have right in this chat box to the bottom right, and I'll be happy to read it out loud and get it answered for you. And if not, just check out our sites tonight, do some research, play around with the app. It's always good to sit down with the application and go through all its features. Here, I'll put in a good video that explains all the features of the app and shows a trip. Go watch that. So any questions, guys? I'm happy to answer any questions. So I hope everyone sees that chat box. That's where you put in any questions that you have. I'll be happy to sit here and answer any questions. So where you can see this again, it's going to be the same link. There's going to be a few stored videos. You can see, just look up the date. You should be able to check it out again. Is Uber Eats in New Jersey? It is in New Jersey, yeah. So you can always check out this video, but if you have me here now, you can ask any questions you have. So Jabbar, how do you apply for Uber Eats? So if you're already on as an Uber X driver, you can automatically get qualified for Eats, and we can get you onboarded with that. Just send in a support message and ask to get put on, or come see one of us at the Greenlight Hubs. You can see our office hours there. You can find the locations on the website, and we'll just put it on your account for you. So just keep the questions coming. So we still have a good amount of people in the room, so please keep just asking the questions. I'm sure there was something we didn't cover. So any questions, please just put in the chat box. Still, we see we have some people watching. Please just enter any questions that you have about Uber Connecticut, and I'll be glad to answer them. If not, check out our sites, hit the road, come see us in the office if you need any extra help. And thank you guys for tuning in. This webinar will be happening weekly. 4:30 is on Fridays for Connecticut. So you can always tune back in if you just want to refresh what we went over tonight. But you have me here, so you might as well just put it in the chat if you have a question. I want to get you guys confident and hitting the road. All right, so just, I'll stay on for a few more minutes. Just put in those questions. If not, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Please feel free to come see us in the office, the Greenlight Hubs. Check out your websites, explore the app. Okay, we got another question. Is there a way the passenger can tip you through the app? There is not a option to tip in the app. We're going to keep it as seamless as possible. But if they want to give you a cash tip, that's perfectly acceptable for you to accept. All right, so just I'll be here for a few more minutes, so just put in the questions if you want anything answered. Any other questions? Anything? All right, well, if there's no further questions, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Please try to hit the road sooner than later. Take this knowledge and use it to your benefit. Also explore the websites. There's uber.com/drive/Connecticut, Connecticut homepage, as well as your homepage, partners.uber.com. You can watch the video I put in the chat room, the t.uber.com/alloy app. Or come see us, our office hours. Does anyone else have any further questions? I see we have some people entering the room. Just put it in the chat box and I'll be glad to answer. So any questions, please put it in the chat, and I'll read it out loud and I'll get it answered for you. All right, so I'll just give it about 1 more minute for any questions that you guys want to put in. If not, thank you guys for tuning in. We will be back with the webinar next week as well, same time, 4:30. All right, so it doesn't look like any questions coming in. All right, so it doesn't look like there are any more questions coming in. So thank you guys for tuning in. Next week, same time, webinar 4:30. It'll be the same link. Just hit the road. Best of luck out there and have a great weekend. All right.